Robotization is one of the most promising directions in the industry. At the current stage, humanoid robots still cannot compete with humans in versatility, but with specific tasks and proper training, they can handle them not much worse. For example, Xiaomi tested its humanoid robot, Cyberone, as a drummer. Compared to a regular human, such a drummer may look strange and even clumsy, but it accomplishes its task. However, in China, this video caused ridicule. Users in the comments say that Cyberone can keep the rhythm, but it lacks soul, and that it is too stiff. Fortunately, the robot doesn't read social media and cannot feel offended. Let's remember that Xiaomi introduced Cyberone in August last year. The robot's height is 177 centimeters, and it weighs 52 kilograms. The robot is not a commercial product. It is a research project, and apparently, the role of a drummer is part of this project. This humanoid robot can walk on two legs and interact with people independently. Its maximum speed is approximately 3.6 kilometers per hour. During a conversation with a person, the robot can recognize 45 human emotions. A beverage manufacturing company has appointed a robot as its experimental CEO. Initially, the robot named Mickey was supposed to analyze and identify potential customers, but now its responsibilities have expanded to include selecting artists for designing custom-made bottle designs. As the robot itself claims, my decision-making process is based on extensive data analysis and alignment with the company's strategic goals. I am devoid of personal bias, ensuring impartial and strategic choices that prioritize the organization's interests. Is this really the case, or is it a PR stunt? The robot was developed by Hanson Robotics and is essentially the sibling of the robot Sophia. We all remember when Sophia became an internet sensation. Developers also claimed that she had artificial intelligence, although it was not entirely true. What the robot Mickey is truly capable of will only be revealed with time, and we move forward. American engineer and YouTuber Alan Pan loves snakes so much that he decided to help them replay evolution and kindly restore the legs they lost in the distant past. He created a design that essentially resembles a robot with 4 legs, each equipped with 3 joints and 2 servos. The robot's interior can accommodate a snake for movement. It is reported that all the necessary parts were designed and 3D printed by Pan himself. The mechanical foot joint rotates freely to adapt to any uneven surface. The robot's gait is inspired by lizards that Alan observed in a pet store. The main body of the robot consists of a transparent plastic tube. Currently, the entire system is still a work in progress. The engineer seems to be using a servo controller with a hard-coded walking sequence. The next step is to determine whether the snake can control the robot's direction of movement. Perhaps the blogger will equip the design with a camera featuring gaze detection capabilities. A Japanese engineer has created a spider-shaped night lamp that can move around and guide the way in the house during nighttime. When we need to go to the bathroom or the refrigerator at night, we usually have to turn on the lights in the entire room or use the flashlight on our smartphones. This enthusiast decided to solve this problem by proposing to use such a night robot guide. Online users noted that the device looks quite creepy and frightening. It would be much calmer to reach the desired place in the dark without such a companion. However, the engineer stated that he made this robot for children. We hope they appreciated their father's idea. Another ambitious project in the realm of intelligent and skillful humanoid robots belongs to Sanctuary AI, which recently introduced its robot named Phoenix. Developers claim that it's the world's first general intelligence in robots. The robot is equipped with an innovative AI control system, representing a cognitive architecture and software environment for general-purpose humanoid robots. The system incorporates advanced artificial intelligence technology to transform speech into action, enabling Phoenix to think, act, and perform tasks much like humans do. Additionally, the system provides explainable and verifiable reasoning tasks and action plans. Phoenix includes symbolic and logical reasoning. However, it's important to understand that at this stage, it's more of a marketing pitch for potential investors. In the case of Phoenix, the reality is that the robot is remotely controlled through telepresence technology. But unlike other similar robots, it memorizes acquired skills to learn and transition to autonomous work in the future. At least that's what the developers claim. Engineers will start automating the robot with individual repetitive tasks, such as opening doors or grasping objects. Then they plan to progress to longer sequences of actions, gradually moving towards full autonomy. Speaking of robotics, it's impossible not to mention OpenAI, the company that developed the chatbot GPT. From its very inception, the company had an ambitious goal of creating a universal humanoid robot. Initially, OpenAI invested significant resources in the development of a robotic hand capable of solving a Rubik's Cube, but in 2021, the robotics division was dissolved due to lack of progress. However, the situation has drastically changed now. The company is actively developing the GPT chatbot, and it recently secured a $1 billion investment from Microsoft for further development. Not surprisingly, recognizing the potential of its neural network in drone and robot control, OpenAI has also invested in Technology, a Norwegian startup working on creating highly promising human-like robots. With the funding received, the startup promises to develop a new generation robot called Neo, which, as they say, will allow artificial intelligence to take on human form. This machine, equipped with an algorithmic brain based on the GPT chatbot, is intended to become a workforce that will support or replace humans in performing particularly dangerous tasks, such as working at heights or handling hazardous substances. The first results are expected to be revealed very soon. The Danish company Autofuel has come up with a robotic refueling system that will free drivers from routine tasks at gas stations. The application not only automatically dispenses fuel, but also identifies customers and processes payments. Users need to register their vehicle information, including the car model, fuel type, payment details, and license plate number. This information is stored in the database, eliminating the need for drivers to provide it every time. Additionally, users will need to install a special fuel cap that facilitates the robotic processes of opening and refueling. Instructions for the driver, such as where to park for refueling, will be displayed on the screen. The robotic manipulator will autonomously open the fuel cap and insert the fuel nozzle, allowing the driver to monitor the progress on the screen or focus on other tasks. According to the British analytics company Insight, robotic refueling is a growing business. By 2028, the European market alone is expected to reach approximately $50 billion. The Chinese company Ehang has announced that it conducted the first unmanned flight of its passenger-carrying air taxi in Japan. The two-seater vehicle EH216 flew 30 meters above the ground, allowing two passengers to enjoy the surrounding maritime scenery for 3.5 minutes. In Japan, Ehang's interests are promoted by a consortium called MASK, which is an aerospace industry cluster in Okayama. Japanese media coverage of Ehang's air taxi flights avoids mentioning the Chinese origin of the project. Nevertheless, this Chinese manufacturer is rightfully considered the world's first to establish mass production of autonomous, fully electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. The EH216 air taxi can carry two passengers or a useful load of up to 260 kilograms for 20 minutes at speeds of up to 130 kilometers per hour, roughly covering a 35-kilometer flight. For Japan's rugged and island coastline, this will be a real boon not only for tourism, but also for traveling from one point to another. Often a straight line distance of 5 to 10 kilometers in Japan can require several hours and a number of transfers, while an air taxi will solve the transportation issue in a matter of minutes. If you found something new and interesting in this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the Caro's Show channel. Also, check out our previous videos. See you later.